So imagine your kid is playing in your home and you are just sitting and relaxing. Now your kid came to you and started explaining something in a very, very enthusiastic mode. Then you got a notification, you immediately saw the notification. You moved your face from kid to the phone. What could be the psyche of this fellow? What would he be thinking? What could be the state of his excitement? Changed or the same level? Changed, right? That's the power of notification. We might be thinking, I just saw it, removed it and then paid the attention here. No, it's not that. Even though you know a lot of people, you are emotionally void inside. Why? We will see why. And that is also a reason why people look for attention. So when you harm yourself, you get all the attention in the world, right? So that's also a reason. So all this is because of over adaptation of digital media. And what are those traps? Why are we getting adopted to it? So if I am thinking that I am not being myself, I am trying to match the expectations of others. In some cases it is good, but in most of the cases, you are not living your life. And the other person may not be also expecting that, right? So now my colleagues came here, they might be thinking this fellow will come normally only. So they are not expecting that I will come like this. But I am thinking that they will expect that I will be like this. So now what are we doing with our life? We are living on the basis of assumption that somebody is expecting this from me, so I am being like this.
Good evening. How is everybody? Fine. So thank you so much for taking out your precious time on the weekend and making up for this event. Thank you for that. So our topic for today is digital traps and the master's move. So once the session ends, we assure you will become a master of yourself, at least with the respect of the digitalization. And not to delay further, I'd like to call upon our guest speaker today. So our guest speaker is Brother Dheeraj from Hyderabad. Let's give a special and a warm applause for the speaker, sir. Brother Dheeraj is an ambassador for digital wellness and also a mentor and a wellness coach. Professionally, he's been working in one of the top corporates as an innovations manager as well. So I think all of us, all the human beings, right, irrespective of the age, they are trapped in the digital world. Be it a small baby or a old person or a middle age, everybody is trapped in that. So brother has conducted a lot of workshops in the corporates and especially the education institutions, right? So like IIIT Nagpur, JNTU Hyderabad, and a lot of small scale education institutions, Chaitanya colleges and all in Hyderabad and across India, to spread the awareness of the digital about the digital wellness. So I'll introduce you again, Brother Dheeraj, who will walk you through how to overcome the digital traps. Thank you.
Om Shanti. Good evening. So how was your weekend? Good? Just good? So you took out your time to come here, which means you are already stable in your weekend, most probably. We could assume that, right? Yeah. So thank you very much for showing up here. So today we'll try to learn something as a tool. So there are a lot of traps. We all know the traps. I need not explain traps to you all. But we will dig deeper at the level of tools. What are the tools that can help us to navigate these traps, right? So how are you feeling? Relaxed? So I want to start off with a tool directly. So it's called belly breathing. Okay, it's a relaxation technique where when we are asked to do a deep breathing. So I saw many people who actually takes their stomach inside when they breathe deep. So now let's try to practice it. Whenever we are taking a deep breath, make sure that your tummy is coming out, right? Your belly is coming out. It's called belly breathing. Okay. Can you all close your eyes? Both feet on the floor. Body very, very relaxed. Take a deep breath. As you breathe in, your stomach is coming out. Slowly breathe out. As you breathe out, your stomach is going inside. Take a deep breath again. Slowly breathe out. Relax your body completely. Observe your body as you take a deep breath and slowly breathe out. Observe your body, no pressure, or you are not holding any muscle. Very, very relaxed, very, very free. Take a deep breath again. Slowly breathe out. And tell yourself, for the next 1.5 hours, I am going to only stay here. This time is for me alone. Take a deep breath. Slowly breathe out. I will try to be as much present as I could. All other things, it could be family, it could be job, it could be any other thing. I will deal with them later. For now, I am completely here. Take a deep breath. Slowly breathe out. And slowly open your eyes. Relaxed? Yeah. So let's start with testing how much relaxed you are and what's your attention. Okay. So here goes the instruction. It's a very small test. So you will be shown a few words here in different colors. You are not supposed to read the word. You are supposed to tell the color of the word loudly. Okay. You understood the instruction, right? Few words in different colors. You are supposed to say only the color, not the spelling. Okay, so here if you see all the words are in black except the color. You are not supposed to say color. You are supposed to say the color of the color here. What is that color? Red, right? So ready? You are supposed to say it out loud. Okay, and try as much fast as you could. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, I was waiting for the word green at the end. Easy? Difficult? Easy? Can you do that again? Now, before doing that, take a pause. Tell your brain that now I am going to only see the color. I am not going to see the word. I am not going to read the letter. Okay? Ready? Start. Okay. Better now? Can we do that again? Now a little faster. Easier now? Right? What helped? A little pause and telling your brain again what it has to do has helped the job, right? Now imagine when you are scrolling your reels. How much gap are you giving for your brain? You need not say, you just reflect on it, okay? When you are scrolling, how much time each reel is, maybe around 1 minute or so, and how much time are we giving for it to shift? Less? More? Can brain handle all that? Question. Yes, no, maybe, no, right? So that's why we are talking about this session, okay? So we are discussing about digital traps. So for the last 10 years, how many of you are from IT here? How many of you heard the word digital transformation, digital revolution, digital adaptation, right? At least once or twice in a day, in our entire day. So, in the age where everybody is looking forward to adopt digitization, why are we talking about digital traps? Why? Reflect. Right. Yes. Yeah. So digital has its own advantages. It gives us humongous power in our hands. But at the same time, we are losing out the advantages that it is giving us. We are being over dependent. We are not able to use it in the right manner. We forgot the art of reflection. We forgot the art of deep thinking. So now we are thinking about deep research LLMs, right? But are we thinking about deep thinking in human beings? That's why we are dealing with this. And few stats. So 2009 is when iPhone was released in US market. What do you see in the suicide rates? So it was huge difference. There is 70% hike in one age group and 151% hike in the other age group. Are we all giving our cell phones to our kids? Yes. Did they ask us? No. So when a machine, a tailoring machine came to your house, how many of you saw a booklet along with that user manual? Any machine comes with a user manual. Does your phone come with a user manual? What is there in the user manual? Assemble the battery like this, use it like this, that's all. And what happens if you overuse it? Any instruction? No. How much time should I use it? No. Who should use it? What is the age? No. So we have used the smartphones or the digital medium without any understanding of who, when, where, how much to use it. Right? That's why now we are looking back. That's why all these studies are coming up. And this is self-harm. And huge hike in this as well. Why do people do self-harm? So suppose if I am feeling that I am not alive. Suppose if I get a feeling that I am not alive. So I need some trigger for myself to feel that I am alive. So they do the self-harm. So if you keep scrolling for 10 hours a day, after a point, even there are 2,000 friends for you in the social media, you feel you are not alive. You can't feel yourself. Right? That's why all this self-harm is happening. And second one, even though you know a lot of people, you are emotionally void inside. Why? We will see why. And that is also a reason why people look for attention. So when you harm yourself, you get all the attention in the world, right? So that's also a reason. So all this is because of over-adaptation of digital media. And what are those traps? Why are we getting adopted to it? If I give you a book and ask you to read it, how willing or how possible that you will complete it in a day? 50%? Maybe. If I tell you there is a wonderful series I saw yesterday in Netflix, and you must watch it, by when do you think it will be completed? So, why is the difference? What is this social media that is making us use it more? That we will explore. Okay? So, where is India here? So this is daily time spent on smartphones in 2023. How many of you check it regularly? How often, how much time you spend in a week? Few are checking, right? Yeah. So this number is huge. 4 hours to 5 hours is huge number, right? And what are these platforms offering? How many of you are paying for all these platforms? It could be YouTube, it could be Instagram, it could be Facebook. Anybody paying for that? Acha, YouTube Premium. Acha. Rest of the things, Instagram, Facebook? No. So why are they giving it for free? So there is a saying that when a product is free, then you are the product. So they are not selling YouTube or Facebook. They are selling your data. They are using your data. So what basically these people do, Facebook, Google, or any social media platform, they try to understand your behavior. So if I am scrolling, they'll keep every metric into attention. How much time I am spending on that reel, how often I am pushing the reel, which things I am liking. Based on that, they will push the advertisements to us. They are not technology company, they are advertising company. How many of you know that Google is an advertising company? Right? So what are we giving them? A digital twin of our own self. Right? All these algorithms, all this AI is being used to create a digital twin of the human behavior. So tomorrow, you are not going to buy what you want to buy. You are going to buy what they are telling you to buy. And it's already there. If you check your last purchases, you can easily figure out whose choice was that. Right? So here is a small video on it.
That's not a bad photo. Laura posted a new album. A new video from John Oliver. Look at all these other videos. A new follower on Twitter. A few hot takes from the debate last night. This guy has a Wikipedia page. Oh, he grew up near New York. I grew up near New York. Just catch up on Instagram. Text from mom. Text from dad. Hey, dad, watch this kid shoot a firework at his dad. Send. Holy shit. It's been 40 minutes. Every time I look up after being stuck in my phone like this, I know it's going to happen again. And most of the time, I don't feel great about it. This is what it's like being a part of the attention economy.
Can you all read this out loud? So, what are you paying them with? Attention. Attention is the most valuable thing that we have, and we are paying them that. And they are on to it that they take our attention like 24/7. All apps are fighting basically. Who gets a major share? But they are all on to it. So why we are discussing about digital traps is because they are making us so busy that our attention, we can't direct it ourselves unless we are aware and we commit to it. And in the following next 1 hour, we'll be discussing about these traps so that we direct our attention, not just get away with the flow. Okay. So the traps, why are we concerned about traps? So there is a saying in Hindi, I forgot Hindi suddenly. So English translation of it is, if there is a trap, there is pain and suffering. So whenever जहाँ धोखा है वहाँ पर दुख है, दुख महसूस होता है, right? So when you are using this, when you are falling for these traps, you are not aware that you are feeling the pain, but you are internally feeling that. That's why let's overcome these traps by just creating the awareness on them and picking the right tool. I am sure that the next 1 hour, whatever I am going to speak, you might already be knowing all that. But we will just discuss all those things so that we will try to apply it better. So the first trap is end cue. You all know about it, right? What is end cue?
Like, digital media doesn't have an end. Like you read a book,
Right.
it will end at some point of time.
Yes.
But this will keep going one after the other.
Very good. So end cue is something, it's a signal that tells that that's the end of the story, that's the end of the task. And one of the inventions of social media is remove the end cue. So when end cue is removed, it is very, very difficult for you to understand when to stop. Right? Where to stop and when to stop. That's why this is a very, very big trap. Long ago when these platforms are introduced, they used to be end cue. So after some feed, it used to stop. Because it used to give feed of only your friends. You have 10 friends, whatever they posted, you see it for the day, that's all. But slowly they removed this because all these social media companies are hiring behavioral scientists. Their job is to understand human behavior, use them against them. Harsh way to say, but that's business, right? So when I was studying, a professor told me, do you know where the most intellectual people work? So most of us said it is in research institutions like ISRO, DRDO, NASA. He said in advertising firms. So the most intelligent people in the world work for advertising firms so that they can lure everybody else in buying those products. And now social media, after getting the social media, all these behavioral sciences are being leveraged against the human behavior. So there was a guy from Facebook who invented the like button. So he was a behavioral scientist. So when he invented, he thought, I am going to change the world. I'm going to create a very, very beautiful world. Everybody will be happy. Everybody will get lot of positive vibes from everybody. But later on, as they started adopting more, do you think like button created more sorrow or more happiness? It created lots and lots of sorrow and very little happiness though. Because today you open it, you saw 1,000 likes for your post, you are very happy. Evening you saw it's 1,001. You are automatically sad. So your happiness was short-lived because of that. And he resigned the company and he came out and he started creating the awareness that watch out your behavior, watch out your usage. Are you really using it for your own sake or you are just using it? So this end cue is a trap which makes us think that something is going to come. There is something I could still move. So what is the master's move for this? The first one is set a time or alarm. The second one is app itself comes with a timer. So in your mobile, if you go to the settings, there is something called digital wellness setting. If you go inside, you can change the setting of the app saying that if you are using YouTube, how much time do you want to use a YouTube in a day? Average, 1 hour. People who are driving 2 hours, up and down, you are listening to some music or something, you can set a limit. So after that limit, the phone won't allow you to use that app for the rest of the day. And that's not the end. You can actually change the settings immediately. Right? So these are the tools that we could use for ourselves. One is when you are going to open an Instagram, tell yourself I am going to use it only for the next 15 minutes. You keep an alarm, you keep a timer, then use it only for 15 minutes. Or you can go to app settings, change the settings to use it for how much ever time you wanted in a day. So to start off, you be a bit more liberal. Don't say that I'll use YouTube for 15 minutes. So in the next 1 hour, you are probably going to change the settings. So don't do that. You keep a flexible thing. You analyze yourself. How much time do I need to use this app in a day? Keep it 1 hour or 2 hours, whatever it is, but keep it. Right? So you decide when to stop, not the algorithm. Can you all read this out loud, the last line? Right? I decide when to use my app, what to use in my app, not the algorithm. Right? So the second one is we have moved from tool-based technology to addiction-based technology. So what is mean by tool-based technology? So you are, as a child, you are playing cricket outside on the streets or carom board or something, and you have exams. And you went and prepared for exams. For 1 week, you didn't play cricket. Did any time your bat or ball come to you and ask, come na, play na? It's been a week na? See, people are playing outside, come. Will it ever ask? No. No. Now you are using Facebook. If you don't use it for a day, you will get a message or a notification saying your friends has posted something. And it has grabbed a lot of people's attention. But it will never show you the photo they posted. You will only get the message. Why? If they are so keen on our own interests, our mailbox should get the photo as well, right? When somebody is able to send a message, why not send the photo as well? Their goal is not for you to look at the photo. Their goal is for you to come to the app and use it. Right? So we have moved from tool-based technology to addiction-based technology. And all these apps are luring us, seducing us, manipulating us to use them for giving more data to them. Right? And the next one is too many notifications. Once think through, how many notifications do you get in a day on an average? What could be? 600? 500? Oh, that's too much. So on an average, consider 50 notifications and 50 times you are being distracted. How does that feel like? Exhausted? Right? So imagine your kid is playing in your home and you are just sitting and relaxing. Now your kid came to you and started explaining something in a very, very enthusiastic mode. Then you got a notification, you immediately saw the notification. You moved your face from kid to the phone. What could be the psyche of this fellow? What would he be thinking? What could be the state of his excitement? Changed or the same level? Changed, right? That's the power of notification. We might be thinking, I just saw it, removed it, and then paid the attention here. No, it's not that. It's much more deeper than that. So these notifications are meant to make you come there and use their devices. And what happens whenever you are distracted? Suppose I am working on something. So I am working on this PPT, suppose. So I am thinking what should be the flow, what are the contents I should put. Then I suddenly got a notification and I checked that. And I came back. How much time do you think for me to get the same level of concentration? Pick anything, guess. There was a study done on this. I'll let you know the fact later. 10 minutes? Half an hour? Yeah. So in an average, it's 23 minutes. So when you are completely focused on something, then you shift it to a different thing, even if it is for 5 seconds. And then you are coming back. It takes you 23 minutes, 5 seconds to get back to the same level of focus. Now imagine in a day you are getting 50 notifications. What happened to your concentration? What happened to your productivity? Now all of you close your eyes. Now look at your work day. In a routine average work day, how many times I am moving away from the work and looking at something else? It could be emails, it could be a ping from Teams, it could be a notification from your mobile. How many times am I doing that? And whenever I shift, what generally happened? Look at your day and sense your feeling. Slowly open your eyes. Now when I say I spent 9 hours in office, how much time am I being productive? Right? It's a very, very important metric for us to check, because if we are not productive, it creates a lot of void inside. You feel dissatisfied with your work, you feel dissatisfied with your job, because you already sense that you are not being productive, because there are a lot of shifts, right? So all these apps are fighting 24/7 to grab your attention. Now, the competition is not between us and app. It's between the apps. They removed us from the competition only. They thought these people are anyway lured into this. Now the competition is between Instagram or YouTube. They are fighting among themselves to grab a piece of our attention. So who is the master now? Are we the master? Or we have given the control or a remote control to the apps? You need not say. So what is a master's move for this? Purge the notifications. Possible? And you got a message for OTP. There is no notification. How will you know? So turn off notifications for something that's not needed. It could be these social media apps. Social media apps are absolutely not needed. How many of you think they are needed? Somebody posted, somebody reacted for your post. Needed? Anybody think social media apps notification is needed? And on an average, how many social media apps do you have in your phone? So I have WhatsApp, Telegram, YouTube. That's all. Four. Five. A decent number. So you turn off the notifications for all these things and have these notifications for only these things. Your mail, your phone, your messages, which you think are very, very important, only have notifications for them. Sorry for that. I think there is some resolution thing. It's okay, right? And the second method is have a window method. Okay. So what I generally do in my workplace, I don't see the mails continuously. Whenever mail comes, I don't check it. I check it like 2 hours once. For every 2 hours, I'll just check the mails. If something is really important, they'll definitely call you, right? So what is the point in checking it? So come out of that habit. So instead of constant notification, instead of continuously opening your apps, have a timer. Say that I'll check my mails morning, afternoon, evening, or I will check social media apps only after reaching home, right? So I'm not telling you not to use it. I'm telling you be in control when you are using it, right? So digital wellness is not about boycotting digital. It's about being responsible when you are using it, right? Can you all read this out loud? Louder. So I check apps when I want to, not when they tell me to do it, right? Why I'm asking you to repeat it multiple times was because your brain, when you repeat, your brain registers them better, right? So now check yourself. Am I using the app because I wanted to use it? Or am I using it because there was some notification or something like that? So keep this checking all the time so that you are in control of what you are doing. Okay, so the next trap is disproportionate amount of feedback. So you posted something, your picture or your family member's picture, and you are getting a lot of feedback to it. Is our brain designed to take huge amounts of feedback? Yes, no? It's not. Decent, 2-3 people are commenting on it, giving a proper feedback, always good. Because without feedback, there is no growth, right? So the human mind is not designed to process the amount of feedback we receive on social media. So what happens if there is too much feedback on your things? So there are a lot of emotional distress that is happening, emotional breakdown that's happening, right? So even, see, I am completely away from social media for most of the time, but even if I post something on LinkedIn, I have this urge. How many people saw it? So that's the tendency. See, apps are built based on our behavioral sciences. So it's not that somebody is isolated from all that traps. Everybody has that trap, right? So what we are supposed to do right now is, knowing those apps, we navigate better, right? So now the moment I get a thought, nobody is seeing my post. If a leader posts the same thing, everybody watches it. So is the message having the value, or person who is posting the message is having the value? If I am thinking through all these things, what happens to my motivation? What happens to my willingness to do more? Will it increase or it will fall down? It will tremendously fall down. It's very, very dangerous. It's actually disturbing our mental state, right? So we have to be very, very careful about what we are getting from the feedback from social media, okay? So can you all read this out loud? You want to read it again? You understood? Confusing? Yes. So it says, I am not what I think I am. I am not what you think I am. I am what I think that you think I am. So suppose you came here thinking that Brahma Kumaris, so somebody who is speaking there has to come in white and white and has to speak in a very pleasant tone. So if I am thinking that I am not being myself, I am trying to match the expectations of others. In some cases it is good, but in most of the cases, you are not living your life. And the other person may not be also expecting that, right? So now my colleagues came here, they might be thinking this fellow will come normally only. So they are not expecting that I will come like this. But I am thinking that they will expect that I will be like this. So now what are we doing with our life? We are living on the basis of assumption that somebody is expecting this from me, so I am being like this. Very, very dangerous, right? So suppose my manager is there, and I am thinking that my manager becomes very angry if I come late. Okay? So whenever I am late, I am getting trembled inside, I am being shivering, and I am thinking a lot of negative thoughts about my manager. But in reality, the manager is not even caring about that. All he cares was results. As long as you are giving results, he doesn't care. So now I am going through all this stress in the traffic, shouting at people, thinking that I am making something wrong, and reaching the office with a lot of negative thoughts and going and showing it with our colleagues. And all this happened because I thought that my manager was expecting this from me. Now, in social media, you are thinking that I am posting this so that this CEO has to react. And how much pressure that you are carrying, how many CEOs, how many people in social media. This is only one manager in the office, right? With one person, if you are feeling all this, imagine 100 people seeing that and you are trying to match their expectations. Not possible, humanly impossible, right? So this is very, very important. Am I living to what I wanted to do? Or am I trying to match the expectation of others? You should always be checking this, right? So the next one is unpredictability and randomness. I post something. Who can respond to it? Anybody can respond. And what can they respond with? They can respond with anything. Is it good? Good or bad? It's bad. There is an dopamine override in our head. What is going to come? What is happening? Right? And this unpredictability and randomness is also in the content. It's not only about what I am thinking or what people are reacting to my posts. It's also about the reels that you are going through. You saw one reel where cat and dog are being together. Zero value content, but we are watching it. The next one could be something completely different. It could be talking about the rocket launch from ISRO. And the next one could be completely different. It could be a piece of information about spirituality. So this randomness and unpredictability is making us to scroll more and more, right? So very, very dangerous trap, that unpredictability and randomness. If these two things are there, it's very difficult for you to get out of it, right? So it's like taking your kid to Hamleys and expecting that he'll come out in 5 minutes. Possible? Even though he's not buying anything, he'll stay for half an hour inside, looking at different toys, trying out different things, right? So now human brain is given such entertainment in terms of unpredictability and randomness. What is happening to your brain? If that is one short thing, like once in a week you are doing that, that is fine. But if you are doing that continuously day after the day, what happens to the chemistry inside the head? Right? It's very, very dangerous. There is something called brain rot. How many of you heard about brain rot? You heard? Right? How many of you attended the digital wellness session that happened last month? Last month only. Achha, it was a good session where they were explaining all these things about it. So brain rot is something, it happens when you consume too many low value content. So it's like teaching you nursery again. Very, very low value, very, very less challenging content. And if your brain is habituated to that content more and more, then there is a rotten that is happening in our brain. And tomorrow if you give more complicated info to it, it will not digest. So that's the case of brain rot. So this randomness and unpredictability is making us consume lot of low value content online. Unnecessary stuff. It could be about movie stars talking about their own life. What are we supposed to do with it? Right? Nothing. But it is interesting when you are watching it. Because you don't know what he is going to say. And your brain is tricked in such a way that it is expecting what next. Right? So, and the next one, it's like adding more things to the previous few things that we discussed. It's about anonymity, where you don't know who is messaging also. So 10 years back, there was this funda where we were getting messages where you can give feedback or anything in an anonymous way. People don't know who is sending that. And in the same trend, I also sent a link for my name. People give me feedback so that I could improve. And out of 20-30 feedbacks I got, 2 or 3 are valuable. Rest of the things are complete irrelevant. And few of them are very deteriorating way, right? It was written by somebody who is just like that wanted to have fun or bullying online. So this anonymity has created a lot of problems. One, to your own stability, that you are actually getting disturbed by somebody's message who could have just randomly sent it. Very, very randomly, he is thinking, let me see what this fellow will react. Khatam, your 1 week is gone. You are thinking, who could that be? Is that my friend? Is that my colleague? Is that my wife? Who could have sent this message that I am a very bad fellow? Now you are doubting everybody around. So, where is peace? You are never going to know who posted that. And most importantly, the other one, this anonymity is pushing people to test the extremes. Because of, again, dopamine. What happens? Because nobody is going to know. I can do anything online, right? And if I keep doing that, what is happening with the students these days? Because everything is anonymized, they are doing things that they actually don't want to do that. But since they have a medium, and since that closes all the identity, they are going and trying that, which is very, very bad and dangerous for the character. Because you would have heard here many times about mind, personality and all these things, right? When you do something repeatedly, it becomes your character. So if you are thinking bad continuously, even though your intention is not to do it, one day you will do it. So this anonymity has damaged a lot of families, and it has also resulted in a lot of deaths by suicide. So this is a very, very big trap of anonymity, right? So how do we overcome that? And the tool is positive self-talk. We all know what is self-talk. What is self-talk? Are you talking to yourself now as you listen to me? Yes? Yes. This chatter is continuously happening, whether you wanted it or not. And what we are going to do right now is do it consciously. Because self-talk is anyway happening. Now what we'll do it with more awareness, more caution, right? I want to experience this, and this is what I am going to do. So now I am going to give you a very tough exercise. So be prepared. Okay? Ready? Done? Not possible. So the moment you saw this, how many of you thought that this is not going to happen? And there is a set of people who would have think there should be some pattern here. If they posted it, there is some pattern. Let me figure it out. The other people, they started calculating directly. And there is a set of people, where did I come? It's a digital trap and master's move. Why are you examining me on mathematics? So there is no logic in this question. I just wanted to let you understand how your self-talk is happening. It's not the problem that created a problem. It's the self-talk of yours that created the problem, right? This is the answer, just to drop off the dopamine, expecting what next, right? So there is no logic. You have to do it mathematically, one by one, right? So the story I tell myself about my life and my own experiences is called self-talk. How many of you think it's a very powerful tool? It's a powerful tool. How many of you used it as a tool? Very good. So, a small exercise now. You have to be a bit louder and faster. Right? What do you see in this picture? Fast, fast, fast. Louder. Bird. Wings. Human. Where is human? That's some sort of insect. This is some sort of insect. What else? Other birds in the background. And you see claws here. Wings, water. Okay? Sky. Where is sky? Okay, now. What do you see here? Reverse bird. What do you see in this? You see trees here, you see a boat here, you see a fish here, you see birds, sky, right? Do you see a fish here? No. Do you see a bird here? No. You see a boat here? No? So do you see wings here? No. So what's happening? Pixel to pixel, this is the same image, just inverted, right? Can you all read this out loud? Again? When I change the way I look at the things I look at change. It's not the things that is creating my experience. It's my own self-talk that is creating the experience. Now, close your eyes. Think about your own life. How many assumptions I am making in a day about people? They did this because they thought that. Assumption. They behaved this way because they were hurt because of my behavior. Assumption. They told me good morning because they want to remind me that I am late. Assumption. It could be your family members, it could be in your social media. Messaging in WhatsApp also. They intentionally ignored me because I messaged them late last time. Assumption. Slowly open your eyes. So, majority of our troubles are coming from assumptions. So, to overcome all those things, the traps that we saw, first thing, challenge the assumption. Whenever you get an assumption, challenge it. So, my manager is behaving like this because he had these hidden intentions. Assumption. What if? So, always ask what if. Okay? So, my perception is my reality, irrespective of the reality. Reality could be anything. But my perception for the reality is creating an experience within me. Right? So, objective reality, so there is something that is happening. Plus, my own interpretation or the self-talk is leading to my subjective experience. When you say, I am hurt because of their message in LinkedIn, they are targeting me. Your pain is being created by whom? By my own interpretation, by my own self-talk. So, if you follow this principle or this formula, whenever you are hurt, right? What is the reality? What is my interpretation? And what is the subjective experience? Right? So, if I am coming here, suppose you saw that, okay, this fellow stays in Hyderabad. He is not a very big speaker. I need not pay attention. Why am I coming? And you are doing that. And the moment I see that somebody has responded, that did not respond, and if I am thinking all this, because I am local, they are not listening to me. Reality or not? No, completely assumption. People who are coming here, they look for something to learn, right? Irrespective of who is talking about it. So, my pain, my experience is based on interpretation and self-talk. Reality is there. You can't change anything in the reality. It is there. But the way I look at it is creating the subjective experience. It's not the reality. So whenever you say, because of that fellow I behaved like this, no, there is another parameter in the equation. It's my own interpretation and it's my own way of looking at it created that. Right? So self-talk and self-image is very, very important. When you are looking at the feedback from social media, always be very, very careful. So you should be talking to yourself in a very, very nice manner, acknowledging your own virtues, acknowledging your own skills, acknowledging your own efforts. Don't just take the feedback as the grounded truth, but you should always analyze. I am not telling you ignore the feedback. You should analyze and then decide whether I have to take this feedback or not. Very, very essential. Right? Can you all read this out loud? So you are your own best friend, you are your own worst enemy. Whom do you want to be? Pakka? Sure? How many of you want to be the best friend of your own self? Right? How many of you talk to yourself often? Consciously talk. Not like traffic, arey, this fellow is not going right, arey, that fellow, that is not self-talk. That is different thing. So self-talk is about what you are talking to yourself in a very, very innate manner, right? So few negative self-talk examples. So I am really out of shape. Why should I try? It's not going to work anyway, right? The only kind of luck I have is bad luck. What a way of looking at it, huh? I never win anything. So nobody likes me. This emotion everybody feels if you are in social media, okay? You are being ignored, nobody cares you, and the amount of effort I am putting, at least 10% somebody put for me. These kind of emotions we always had, right? But that is all assumptions, right? Whenever you feel bad, tell yourself, is it an assumption? And the next one, sometimes I wish I had never been born. Very, very dangerous. Though it sounds funny if I am saying it, but imagine the feeling that somebody is experiencing that. Very, very dangerous, right? So can we all replace this with this? I want you to read this. I don't want you to read the negative ones. That's why I read it. Out loud. Now feeling better? Can you all read this again? So failure doesn't make us a failure. Very, very important. Just by reading this, how many of you felt better? Better, right? So be careful of what you are talking to yourself because you are listening. Very, very powerful, right? Be very, very careful in what you are talking to yourself. So this is one more exercise. I'm asking you to read many things. So now I want you to add your name at the end. I believe in you, Dheeraj. I am so proud of you, Dheeraj. Right? Can you all do that? Louder. Your own name. I heard my name somewhere. Done. Louder. You are amazing just as you are. You will get through this. I am here with you. You are reassuring yourself that I am there. You will achieve it. Right? I love you no matter what. How many of you told I love you to yourself? You said? Very good. So let's practice something. Can you all close your eyes? Feet on the floor. Take a deep breath. Slowly breathe out. I don't see the tummy is coming out. Take a deep breath. Slowly breathe out. Take a deep breath again. Slowly breathe out. Now visualize yourself in front of you. Very, very clearly, just in front of you. And tell yourself, you are doing a great job. Wonderful. The kind of situations you have passed, great achievement. The kind of care you are showing to people around, well done. You are doing everything wonderfully. Look at your own self, smiling and very, very happy. No matter what, I am there with you. Take a deep breath and tell yourself, every day from now on, I will talk to myself in a very, very nice manner. at least for some time, every hour, I will tell good things to myself because I really deserve it. I don't need the appreciation of others. I can appreciate my own self. I take the feedback, but I will very, very consciously evaluate it in a very detached manner. I am in control of the devices I use. Tell yourself, I am the master. I am in control. Slowly open your eyes. So every day, can you all promise for the next 1 week, you talk to yourself multiple times in a day in a very, very nice manner, right? So the next one is information overload. How much data online? Too much. As we are speaking in the last 1 hour, it could be in terabytes of data that's being put online. And our brain is not at all designed to process all that. Our brain is designed to reflect, to go deeper, to spend some time on the topic and then digest it. It's not designed to go through some random stuff. For example, you are looking at your Instagram reels for 2 hours. At the end of it, if I ask you, what did you watch? How much time on an average people can explain what they watched? Guess? 30 seconds. 2 minutes. Very less amount. 2 hours, how much? 15 minutes? 2-3 minutes only. So your brain is not designed to shift the content very, very often. It's not designed to deal with huge amounts of information, right? So be very, very considerate about your brain. What am I giving it to process? So that it can actually process. Otherwise, it's just the information. And too much information overload also makes you think that you know everything, which is very dangerous, right? You are entering a phase where it's only me everywhere. You go out, you say, me, I did that, I know this, I knew that, and you are posting something online, I, my, me. It's a very, very dangerous thing. It makes you isolate from the group, isolate from the social beings. So I remember Harsha Bogle's interview. He was saying, when I entered the commentary, you all know Harsha Bogle? A cricket commentator, very, very great, like legendary cricket commentator, okay? So he was saying, when I entered the commentary field, most of the time it was legendary cricketers who retired who used to do the commentary. Now I am going there. People used to look very low at me, like they used to bash me left and right. Now I chose a very interesting option. So what I did, the moment I started speaking something, I used to praise them very nicely. Like for their own achievements, it's not Amul butter, okay? So it's for their own thing that he used to bring all those aspects. Like Vivian Richards, when you were playing, your backlift of the bat was so beautiful to watch. Now imagine Vivian Richards pushing this guy down. Will he be able to do that? Never. When you are making others look good, they will never make you look bad. So that's the trick he said he played, right? Where he started making everybody feel and look better. Eventually, they started creating a better work environment, and also he also raised through the ranks, right? So this information overload is not making us knowledgeful. It's only giving us data. The insights from the data is dependent on how much your brain is processing. So don't get into this false impression that I know many things. Everybody knows the same amount of things, right? If you are living in Hyderabad, most of our feeds are like 20 to 30% same. So whatever you are watching, everybody else is also watching. So don't let the thought that I know many things disturb you. Always show that empathy and also encourage people, listen to them. It's not like I watched this, I watched that, right? So this information overload has a trap of making you feel that you know everything. But it's an assumption again. So unlimited variety, this is again a problem, because when there is variety, your brain wants to explore everything. Very, very dangerous trend, right? If somebody is making a bomb outside, your brain is thinking, how can a bomb be made? And if people are unstable, it can reach anywhere, right? Very, very dangerous. So when the variety is changing and the variety is wide and you are completely immersed in it, it's very difficult for people to get you out of it, right? How many times you felt, okay, I'll just reply to this message and come back. But you went inside, you replied to them, and then you spent time like 2 hours on it. Happened many times because of this unlimited variety. Like, you don't know what is coming, you wanted to see, and you are anticipating something. I want to see this, let me scroll, let me scroll, let me scroll. It's not going to happen, right? It won't come. Whatever you are expecting won't come. But it is successful in making you stick to that screen for a very long time, right? Now the master's move is time-bound usage. Like how we discussed, before entering some app, decide the time. This is how much time I am going to use. Even if it is like 4 hours I am going to use Instagram, still fine, but decide. It should be your own decision. It should not be a random scrolling all through the internet, right? So digital free zone, I can't emphasize more on this, because how much ever you emphasize, it is less only. In the home, there are kids, there are family. They needed your attention. They needed your time. Undistracted, right? So in your home, make these digital free zones. On your table, no digital. Absolutely no. It is very dangerous to have phones on the table and watching web series or TV series when you are actually eating, right? So you are not only nurturing your body, your food has impact on your mind, the way you think, and you are watching bomb blast in the news channel and you are eating. What is happening to your brain and the mind? Very, very dangerous. I'm not telling you not to watch news. I'm telling you don't watch it when you are eating. And have these spaces. Can you all suggest some spaces in your home where you can go digital free zone? On the bed? Dining table? Bathroom? Right? Kitchen? Dinner table. So now you know what all the things can be made digital free zones inside your home. Yes? How many of you can do that? At least 2-3 zones in your home which is completely digital free. Thank you. And the next one, be compassionate. Okay? Everybody has a story. It's not that everybody is just honing on you. No. Everybody has their own drawback. Everybody has their own story behind them. And everybody is going through their own challenges. Be very compassionate. It's like somebody is going in a very bad manner on the road. You shouting inside the car is going to make any change? No. It's only going to change your mood. So be compassionate. Think that, okay, this fella had some emergency. That's why he's going fast. It's okay for today. Now, I'm not telling you encourage them. I'm telling you that you send good vibrations to them. Right? So collective vibrations, there are a lot of studies that are done. If you are interested, go into those studies, understand what collective meditation, collective thought process, collective thinking can make a difference. 100 people sitting here and you are thinking on one particular thought, that's going to have a real impact on the nature and environment around. That's that powerful. And one fellow, out of his rush, if he is going and 100 people are scolding that fellow, what will happen to that poor guy? So refrain from all that. You are actually, karma is accumulating, right? If there is no point in actually shouting, there is no need and it's not going to have any impact, why shout? Let's accumulate good karma so that that fellow will change tomorrow because of all these good vibrations, right? So be very compassionate in all aspects. You can think through about different people in your life and how you can be compassionate about them, right? That's a homework for you. After going home, before sleep, you think through who are the people in my life and how can I be compassionate with all these people, right? So the next master's move is get yourself positively engaged in something. So we created something called Recharge Cafe. So it's like all the different activities you could do or a kid could do is listed here. For you, the activities could be different, okay? So engage in these physical activities, meeting people, playing something outdoors, what could be the social service, right? Talking to students. See, you have come and you are experiencing a lot of things in your office. You gained a lot of knowledge and wisdom. Share it to the people in schools. Share it with orphanages. Share it with colleges. That's a way of engaging yourself in a very positive manner. So why are we using Instagram? Because we don't have a positive thing to engage ourselves with, which is interesting, right? So all the traps would fly away if you have a very good hobby. So somebody who is interested in playing cricket, ask him how much time he is using Instagram. Very less, because by the time he plays, he gets tired and he sleeps. And tomorrow, the same routine. So positively engaging yourself is very, very important. And that could be, if you ask me, what could be the one tool that can make me digital free, it is positively engage yourself in non-digital activities. It could be helping people, it could be talking to people, it could be mentoring people, anything. It could be painting, music, anything. But engage yourself positively in non-digital activities. And explosion of choices. How many of you saw Zuckerberg, the founder of Facebook, wearing same shirt every day? Yes? Same shirt every day, almost every day, except the court cases, where he comes with a suit boot, right? Why? When people asked, he said, I don't want to waste my energy to choose something from my wardrobe. If all shirts are the same, I don't spend that energy to pick what I wanted. See how powerful it is. A founder of a social media company who is making us to stick to the screens all our life is not even wasting one thought to pick the shirt he wanted to wear. That's the power of attention, and that's the power of your decision making. For each choice you make, you are spending energy. For each decision you make, you are spending a lot of energy. So the case today is, you want to buy a shoe, you go to some online shopping cart, you see 1,000 options. How can human brain understand 1,000 options, right? And you want to go to Bangalore, you open Red Bus, you see 150 buses. Gone, what to trust? You go onto the road, you say, okay, this bus is good, okay, I'll book that. That's how I am booking these days. So you can't choose out of 100 buses, right? So this is the explosion of choices, too many choices. And if you are investing your time on it, you are becoming weak. You are becoming weaker and weaker with every decision you are making. Unnecessary decisions. Important decisions you have to make, right? But don't lose that energy in making unnecessary decisions. And Zuckerberg should be an example for all of us. That's his product. And he is not spending time on it. Why should we spend? Right? And many of you can say that I want to relax. That's why I am using social media. And did you anytime see somebody, I used Instagram for 2 hours, very energetic now. Right? Did you see any time? Never. So because relaxation means think less, think slow. And stimulation means think different, think more. So you are not relaxing, you are stimulating, and every screen, no matter what you are looking at the screen, is a stimulation. That's the thumb rule of stimulation. What is stimulation? Anything on the screen is stimulation. Simple definition, right? So relaxation versus stimulation, be very, very careful. You are not relaxing by watching a web series in Amazon or Netflix. You are tiring yourself, right? Can you all read this out loud? A constantly stimulated brain is a weak and stressed brain. So you want to make your brain weaker or stronger? So be careful about what you are relaxing on. You are spending in office 9 hours in front of the screen, coming back to the house, opening OTT platform, watching it for 2 hours, thinking that I am relaxing, and waking up late in the morning. Because you are not relaxing. You have actually stimulated it more, so that it thinks that night is morning and brain becomes active. You can't sleep immediately after watching a series, right? And constant comparison. You all know how dangerous this is, right? So social media is pushing us to compare with others. He had 20 followers. He had only 1 follower, right? I am not good enough. I am not capable enough. All this kind of thoughts is coming because of over information, over choices, and too much online content, which is like this. Can you all read this out loud? So you are comparing your everyday reality with somebody else's carefully curated content. That's not reality, right? You are only seeing one side of it. They might be suffering with 100 things, but you are thinking everybody in the world is happy. I am only stuck here. And you open Facebook, students especially, they see that every college fellow is enjoying, they are going to tours. I am stuck here. What is this college? Gone, right? So don't compare. You are not seeing the reality. You are seeing a curated content. Somebody visits Himalayas once in a year and he posts those photos for the entire year. You are thinking this fellow is enjoying his life left and right. But that's not the reality, right? He only went there once. So what is a master's move? I am unique. There is nobody else like me. So your tool is I am unique. Do you think that you are unique? How many of you think we are unique? Are we same? No. We are unique and we are all equal. What is the difference between being equal and same? So all human beings are equal, which means there is nobody higher, nobody royal, nobody labor, right? We are all equal, but we are not same. We are all unique in our own ways. When this thought is deeply ingrained in your head, you will never compare yourself with others. You will be very, very careful when you are comparing. So always be very, very mindful that I am unique, which in itself says you are also unique. When I think that you are unique, do I have an option to blame you, to criticize you, to ridicule you? No, right? So the sole idea of being unique makes you think good about everybody else. So we are all unique beings. We have our own strengths. We need not compare ourselves with anybody in the world. Can we all try this out? Sit straight in a very, very relaxed manner. Take a deep breath. Slowly breathe out. Take a deep breath. Slowly breathe out. Now look at your own life and tell yourself, I am unique. And you look at your own life. The challenges I faced, the situations I have gone through, are very, very unique for my own self. Nobody else can play my role better than me. I am powerful. I have my own virtues. Now recall the things that you are good at. I have a lot of patience. I have wonderful family. I have a lot of great things happening in my life. qualities I have are unique to my own self. I need not compare myself to anybody. Tell yourself, I am unique. I am the master. From now on, I choose my response. I choose when to use my mobile phone. I keep a constant check on what I am watching. I always keep a check on my mental state. How am I feeling? Take a deep breath. Slowly breathe out. I am going to turn off all the unnecessary notifications on my mobile. I am going to use my mobile in a very, very responsible manner. I talk to myself in a very nice manner. I am unique. I will engage myself positively. I will develop hobbies. I will reach out to people who needs my help. I will only do monotasking. I will not get distracted unnecessarily. My attention is my superpower. I am not going to just give away that. Now look at your own self and tell yourself, everybody on this planet is unique. Everybody is playing their role in the perfect manner. I am compassionate. I am kind. My emotional state is my priority. No social media content is going to disturb me. I am wise and I am the master. I am in control. Take a deep breath and look at your own self and be grateful for all the great things that are there in your life. There is a family that cares about me. There are colleagues who can support me. And social media posts or messages are not going to disturb me at all. I am the master. Slowly rub your palms. Give the warmth to your eyes. Slowly rub your face. Slowly open your eyes. So who is the master? Who is in control? मोबाइल मेरा है, मैं मोबाइल का नहीं हूँ. So you belong to your own self, not to the mobile. Right? Thank you very much. Om Shanti.